Well, g'day guys, welcome to another video. We're very excited about this one. We're about to tackle Battlecamp Road up through Lakefield National Park as part of our journey north of the Cape this year. We're in the middle of a little detour. We've just finished up at Elam Beach at Eddie's Camp. Awesome little spot up there, but this one's going to be fun.
Yeah, so we're taking Battlecamp Road. We're in for some waterfalls, some old homesteads, some pastorals history, epic camping up on the rivers, hoping to see a few big crocs from a distance.
Yes.
The drone.
Some awesome camping as well, and just lovely, spectacular scenery. There's a whole convoy of four-wheel drives heading out there at the moment. We're going to follow them. The road's sealed for now, but it's going to turn to dirt soon. We've got the Caravan in tow. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Well, only a few kilometres into our journey lies a hidden gem that most travellers barely even notice.
We've got a little water crossing.
This is Isabella Falls, and you don't just drive past them, you drive through them. It's a safe swimming spot and a perfect place to stretch the legs before we hit the dusty Battlecamp Road. And it's places like this that just make Cape York so much more than just rough roads and remote roadhouses. Well, they were pretty little waterfalls. Nice little spot. Cool little crossing there as well. We just pulled up, we just come up the top of the hill now, gonna have a spot of lunch, and this is also the start of the gravel road just up the top of the hills from the falls, so we're gonna air down as well. I'm gonna drop tyre pressure while Liz is making some lunch for us all. What I normally do as far as tyre pressures go is roughly half my road pressures, a little bit over.
Oh, the wind just changed.
There's a bloody dead animal just here in the, I think it's a dead dog or something in the rest area here in the gravel pit, and it's a dingo or whatever it is anyway. Whatever it is, it smells, and when the wind shifts like it just did then, it's gonna make lunch tasty, isn't it?
I eat lunch in the car. Oh. Sure, I'll make lunch in the car. Let's get out of here.
Make lunch in the car?
I'll make it quickly and then we'll eat it in the car.
Oh, I'm gonna be out of your air and down.
Yeah, that's you.
I'll take one for the team. All right, yeah, so I think I was saying I'm going to go roughly half my road pressures. So I'm normally about 40 in the front of the car, 50 in the back, and about the same in the Caravan. Yeah, sort of low 20s, mid 20s is sort of a good starting point for most gravel. So I used to play this little game of, I'll just let a little bit out and see how it goes sort of thing when it came to airing down. And I inevitably found that I just ended up having to pull up again, let a bit more out. And yeah, I just always found I was ending up in that sort of low to mid 20s anyway. So now I just save myself the hassle and just do it from the start, and it hasn't let me down. The other thing is when you're taking your valve cap off, I think I've shared this tip before, but when you are taking your valve cap off, don't put it in your mouth, because I don't know if you've ever seen a dog wee on a car, but yeah, that's right. Feels so good to be on the dirt again. It's been ages since we've done a good gravel run like this. So far, I hate talking too soon with gravel roads, but I'm notoriously good at it. It's in pretty good nick. It's pretty good so far. So we're going to keep our speed down now. We've dropped our tyre pressure. Stick to around 70 or 80 k's an hour at the most. Probably 60 to 70 is going to be more like what we'll do for most of it. And I'm also running in high range four-wheel drive. I reckon that saves your tyres. Something I noticed a lot after doing a lot of gravel road touring and towing with a van is, as we just go through a washout, is how much you wear out your rear tyres. So running in four-wheel drive, I think will save your rears a little bit, spread the load out, especially on the corrugations. You get a lot of wheel slip in the rear end, and that's where letting your tyre pressure down softens the ride a bit, but also gives you that longer footprint. So you got a little bit more traction on the corrugations. It's a lot easier to control, much smoother ride. The other advantage to running in four-wheel drive is you preserve the road and the track a little bit more as well. And I think it actually makes it a lot safer. The handling improves significantly, especially if there's a few big sort of higher speed bends and things. And yeah, overall, I think it's worth the sacrifice. The only downside of running in full drive, a little bit more wear and tear, and you're obviously gonna use a little bit more fuel. But I think it's well worth it.
So out my window, I've just got a perfect view of these dust clouds going around our van, all over our setup. And it's at this point I'm really considering, was it the right call to not put a dust reduction system on our van? so far I definitely think it has, to get that extra solar panel up there, but nothing will test being dust proof like bull dust, which we're about to get some, so we'll keep you updated, see how it goes.
So we've been on the dirt for about all of 10 minutes now, and this is us following our own best advice. Two things have just happened. We've just stopped for a lunch stop, and we've also just hit the dirt. They're the two most common times we've found that things go wrong inside the van in particular, where it's one, easy to miss stuff on a lunch stop. You haven't opened everything, you don't necessarily do your full check over everything, and it's very easy to miss something that you've opened or whatever it might be. And the second is we've just hit the dirt, like I said, so there's more chance that things have been shaken around a bit more and things will come loose. So we've gone all the 10 minutes up the road, but we're gonna just jump in the van, have a quick check, make sure we haven't missed anything. How'd we do, Liz?
Yeah, good. I just wiped the bench and I was like, shit, there's red dust on the bench. And then I realized we'd literally just stopped for lunch with the windows open, cars flying past. So that dirt, I'm assuming, is from there because there's no red dirt anywhere else.
Yeah, I think it'd come in around this door is my main concern.
Yeah, you'd see it. Like, it'd look like that.
Yeah.
There's a hair.
Bit of hair as well.
Right, and now I've just opened things, so now I've got to double check again.
Don't do that.
All right, let's roll.
Just that double check, just so you've got peace of mind. But if anything's gonna go wrong, I reckon it's 10 minutes after you've left a lunch stop, or a quick break, or 10 minutes after you've hit the dirt. Well, here we are. This is Battlecamp Road, Cape York's scenic detour. It's certainly not the fastest route north, but it's one of the most rewarding. Red dirt, river crossings and wide open country, the kind of road that reminds you of why we just love to get out here and explore. But not all of it's rough, there are sealed sections as well, giving you a breather and making the drive a little bit more manageable. Torn between the road and the view, probably should steer. Well, that's good. Another little river crossing. That was a beautiful little river there. And now we've got a bit of water on everything, so the dirt will stick. That's good. Now we've got some mud happening as well, not just dust. Awesome. Beautiful spot though. For travellers like us towing vans, it's a chance to skip past the worst of the PDR corrugations and see a side of the Cape that most drive straight past.
What's the German word for warning?
Achtung! Every crocodile sign. Achtung! I think it's German. Liz reckons it's German. If it's not, that's Liz's fault.
Bike looking, buddy?
It's looking like we're gonna need to get a new gears and a new gearbox and probably a new chain as well.
This is Lake Emma and it's a quick detour off Battlecamp Road, but it's well worth it. Sitting high on a sand ridge, this round lake is fringed with lilies and marshland, and it's one of the few spots in the park where you might spot a black swan or even a freshwater croc, although we weren't so lucky. Next stop for us, it's Laura River, another crossing and another reminder that we're deep in Cape York country. This rough crossing has a firm base, but it pays to slow down and take your time. It's a beautiful little crossing across this majestic and ancient river. Next up is one of the Cape's most historic sites, Old Laura Homestead. Built in the late 1800s, this was once the heart of a sprawling cattle station. Fergus O'Byrne ran thousands of head of cattle here with the help of local Aboriginal workers. Today, it's a quiet reminder of the tough lives lived out here as we explore the buildings, old stockyards and stories from early pastoral pioneers. They must have been a bit shorter back in the day, eh? Built for big fellas. So there's an Aboriginal station hand accommodation, a blacksmith's workshop and the meat house, and then this is the homestead, so there's other buildings out there. That's what they are. Yeah, this is the old blacksmith's workshop. So this is where he would have, well, a lot of it's probably not here anymore, but this is where they would have done all their metalworking and stuff. Mainly horseshoes, I'm guessing, because they used horses to get water up from the river we just drove through to get them up, to get water up here. And the Aboriginal hand stationaries lived in that tin shed over there. Imagine what that would have been like in the summer.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty warm, eh? And then this is their meat safe over here, Harrison, James, because they didn't have fridges back then. Because we're talking late 1800s, so about nearly 150 years ago.
So, all this stuff.
Yeah, because they didn't have fridges, this is where they would have kept their meat. It might have been an underground, it looks like it might have collapsed, but it might have been an underground safe, so they keep it down in the ground where it's cooler and away from the flies and everything. And yeah, I'm not sure back in those days, but yeah, the old meat safe. Imagine that, eh? Pulling your steak out of a meat safe instead of the fridge. Would you eat it?
No.
How green would it have to be before you wouldn't eat it? Pretty primitive old setup, and it's pretty basic, but yeah, gee, it's not too bad here in the middle of winter, but middle of summer it would have been a warm existence, I suppose. At least you go down to the river for a swim. They used to cart water up from down to that river down there, and yeah, run the station here. Pretty wild. So we'll turn off the road now, Battlecamp Road, and we're going to head up north and head up towards Kowpa Crossing. Let's do it.
So Harrison was just saying that all the plants on the side of the road look dead. It's actually just there's that much dust on the plants that they're the same colour as the road. It's a really cool drive. I had a little drive there while Simon was flying the drone. It's good, it's good. It's good to practice. I don't particularly enjoy driving, but I like having the skills to be able to drive out of sort of any situation should we need that. And I definitely need more practice because I'm very good at letting Simon drive around the country and being passenger princess, which I don't mind. How are you finding the drive, darling?
I'm just thinking overall, I reckon this road's better nick than most of the sealed roads we've done in Queensland in the last couple of weeks. First night's camp is here at Kowpa Crossing. Set along the Normandy River, this is a favourite with locals and travellers alike. Its permanent waterholes and fast-flowing rapids create the perfect camp with shady sites and enough space to spread out. The river here is more than just a backdrop, it's the lifeblood of the park. Stretching for kilometres, the Normandy winds through a vine forest and open woodland, carving out deep channels and tranquil lagoons. It snakes through the landscape like a ribbon of green in an otherwise dry and rugged terrain. Facilities here are basic, picnic tables, toilets and cold showers, but it's a solid base for exploring the park. It's also the only place you can cross the Normandy by vehicle and makes it a key link for anyone heading toward Cape Melville. If you've got a tinny, you can launch it from the causeway here. Just be careful, there are some big crocs that hang out in here, and you can spend a day fishing or exploring the tributaries. What is it, Harrison?
I think it's some sort of fossil, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
There we go.
Well, that was pretty cool. Hey lads, what did we get to see?
A really big croc. He's got to be at least 5 or 6 metres.
Yeah, he was a monster sitting over on the other bank. Bit hard to get shots of him, he's a fair way away, but yeah, it was cool. Well, there's a motorbike tour here about to ride across, and there's a massive croc just sitting there waiting for him. It's pretty cool. Alright, time to go back and make something for dinner, eh?
Yeah.
See what's on the menu. Let's go. So in 2023, it was that top line above your head.
So that's how deep the water was?
Yeah, you're in the way though. Jump out of the way so I can see the rest of the measurements. 2019, 2006, 2013. For us though, a simple chicken curry for dinner, and we crashed out after a big day exploring.
How's
Yes,
F1?
good morning. Yeah, I just been sitting in front of the TV watching F1 for the last hour and a half or so, 2 hours. Anyway.
It was glorious.
It was a good race.
I just had the most beautiful morning. It's peaceful and quiet.
So beautiful spot here, awesome spot at Kowpa where we're camped. Now we got the word that site 8 that we booked is the best site here, and we'd agree. 8, 9 and even 10 and 11 are probably the best sites here. They're the ones on the river, but 8's up in the corner here, really big site. But
incredible sight.
we when we got here late yesterday, there was a couple of campers already on our site, well and truly set up with a camper trailer, rooftop tent and everything, and washing line out. And then there was another sort of hire camper just on the other side of us here that had only just pulled up. He hadn't set up.
3 different setups on our site last night when we rocked up.
And it sort of raises a question, like, I mean, we spoke to the guys in the hire camp ended up moving reluctantly after I spoke to them and sort of said we needed to fit the car and caravan on here. The guys that were already set up, they were from down in Victoria, and we sort of said, oh, look, don't worry about trying to move. But, you know, it meant that we're quite close camped to other people. And, and like we said, we'd done our research and knew this was the best site and actually booked it a while ago, which is rare for us to book anything at all. But it did raise the question, you know, if they had been less accommodating, like they were very friendly. We had a they were really beautiful, and I mean, it helps that you came across and went over with like a positive attitude. I didn't go over throwing around accusations or anything. I walked over and sort of said, you know, which side do you guys book? I'm trying to. It's not exactly clear where each site starts and stops in the corner here. Anyway, they were lovely. They were fine. They offered to move, and I said, look, I don't think it's going to be necessary. I think we'll be able to all fit and make it work. But it did raise the question if they hadn't have been as friendly and refused to move, or if the site hadn't have been big enough to fit us all on here. You know, it's late in the afternoon, there's no phone service here. We could have probably got the Starlink up and running. Whether you could have contacted the ranger or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, it just sort of raises that question, doesn't it? Like when you have to book these spots and you do go to the effort of doing the research and booking it, what do you do if someone's on your site and you can't go and they're refusing to move?
And it's also quite remote, so it's not like it was an easy drive here. Like there's campsites around, but they're still a fair way away.
And a lot of them are booked out. So I mean, even the next campground, sure, it's not that far, but it's booked out. Or it may have been booked out, and we may not have been able to get a spot there. So I don't know. Look, we're pretty easygoing people generally, and the fact we're only here for a night didn't really worry us that much, to be honest. It meant there was people quite close to us. You might have even seen them in the background of some of our shots. But look, it just sort of raises a question, doesn't it, of what do you do? So let us know in the comments. What would you do? Like, you turn up, someone's in your site, if there's no room for you, you couldn't have camped there. I don't know what we would have done personally. I mean, there is a vacant site behind us. I probably, for the sake of avoiding confrontation, I would have just probably gone and camped there and moved on with life and worried about bigger things. But yeah, it is a bit of a bugger when, you know, especially if you're on a dream trip, you know, this is your Cape trip and you're on a dream trip, you've done your research, planned ahead, booked all your favourite spots that you want to stay at, and then it just takes the shine off it a bit, I guess, if you get here. But we're not going to let that take away from our trip. Beautiful spot here on the river. It's been a beautiful morning here as well. The sun's finally come back out. Pretty cloudy day yesterday and even a little bit of rain. But we're going to go this morning. We're going to shift from here, head up the road a little bit.
Because it's booked. We would stay another night,
I would like
but
to
it's
stay.
booked.
Yeah, it's booked out tonight. The whole campsite's booked out. Or the whole campground is booked out tonight.
Interestingly.
Yeah, so we'll move up a little bit. There's a couple of lagoons, water holes to check out along the way, and a few other bits and pieces, a bit more of the history of the area, and then go find somewhere else to camp. Another stunning spot, hopefully, and get in there. But for now, we're going to drink coffee, get camp packed up, and hit the road again. So we just finished packing up, and just notice this in the dust on the side of the van. Little, I think they're gecko footprints. Runs up here and across there. Maybe we have to get a new decal put on the van. What do you reckon? Little gecko footprints running up the side of the van. It's pretty cool. I reckon the van looked pretty good in green before, but I don't know, the orange highlights kind of suited, eh? The red dust looks all right on the whole rig looks awesome. Something about it just looks better when it's dusty. It's a lot of work to clean it up, but gee, it looks good. Crossing the Normanby here is a gateway to venture deeper into Lakefield. As the road stretches out, the landscape shifts. Wetland lagoons appear beside the track, still, glassy and teeming with life. Termite mounds begin to dominate the landscape. From above, we can see the contrast, dry country meeting lush pockets of green. Brolgas, jabberoos and whistling ducks dot the water's edge, while wallabies and goannas move through the scrub. It's classic Cape York this, dusty roads, big skies and surprises around every bend. An absolutely stunning drive and one we'd highly recommend. Just saw some wild pigs on the side of the road. Can you have a look? You coming, lads?
Yeah.
Kids coming? Are you coming? Go see the pigs, everyone. Pigs romping around in the mud.
I don't know what's wrong with my husband. It's like, oh, there's some feral pigs. Let's go take the children to look at them. Have you never watched a medieval movie where the boar spears somebody? This is why I'm going, like, grey. This is why I'm going grey. So my stress levels are so high. I've got Simon as a husband. Oh my goodness. All right, well, hopefully they find what they're looking for and everyone has a good time.
Oh, that's the one.
Can you see them?
We're gonna see them there.
You see them? There's about 10 of them.
Yeah, I see them.
You see them?
They look a little bit like black dingoes.
Yeah, well, they're just black pigs. Scratching around in the mud.
They're really pretty.
See them? There they go. They saw us. They saw us.
Piggy!
See you, little pigs.
How was it?
Good. They took off pretty quickly when they saw us, didn't they, boys?
Yeah.
We got pretty close to them though before they realised we were there. Last night we camped on the Normanby, I think it is, river, and now we're just about to cross the West Kennedy River. This is Hann Crossing. It's not Hann River, but it's Hann Crossing across the West Kennedy River, which is an interesting one. But anyway, yeah, we'll go across here. There's some campsites on the other side, so we'll go check that out. Not much water going through here. It's just a short, sharp little crossing, this one, by the look of it. I just read the information sign here at Hann Crossing. So Hann Crossing was named after William Hann, and I assume the Hann River was also named after him. But he came through here in 1872 on an expedition to explore the sort of interior of the Cape York Peninsula. He was one of the first white people to come through here, or I think he was actually the first white person. And Hann Crossing here is like a natural crossing where the rocks, yeah, make the river quite shallow and easy to cross. But interestingly, it was also William that discovered gold in the Palmer River and sparked the Palmer River Gold Rush that if you watched one of our previous videos where we're in Cooktown, where we learned about that. So thanks to William, the Palmer River Gold Rush took off. But like most people that made good money out of a gold rush, William, instead of being a gold miner himself, decided he'd grow cattle or raise cattle and sell the beef to the gold miners. And that's how he made his money. So yeah, he didn't actually worry about going to get the gold himself. The old sell the shovels, not dig for gold. But anyway, that's young William. But it's also a significant cultural place for the local Indigenous people. I'm not going to butcher the pronunciation.
Let's go see if we can find a campsite.
Let us roll through. There's toilets here, but the campground is quite spread out along the river. The campsites are along the river, so I'm pretty sure, thankfully we've got Starlink so I can check the availability of sites, but I'm pretty sure we can book number 13 is one of the better looking ones that's available. So I'll go up there first, check that one out and see what we think. Well, we couldn't get site 13. Someone beat us to it. They booked it before I could get online and book it. So it was available this morning. I actually booked out pretty quickly because when I looked last night, I think there was 4 or 5 sites available. This morning there was only 2 or 3 left. And by the time we got here, this was the last one. So we got on site at 11. A little bit tight getting in. I actually scratched the front of the car. Hopefully it's just the wrap. I think it's just the wrap. But, oh, and a bit breezy too. But yeah, a bit of a tight site to get onto. Not the best site here, number 11, but it'll do running here for the night, I think. So if we'd got a good site, we might have stayed 2 or 3. But yeah, site like this, I think we'll just do the night and just keep moving on tomorrow. But good spot. I think we'll get the fire going tonight, cook up some food, and yeah, happy days. We're still getting all this cloudy weather though. There's been just weeks of rain and cloud, and barely had a bright sunny day. Yeah, since we got to North Queensland, which is a bit, I think, unusual for this time of year, especially all the rain that they've had. So yeah, it's sort of putting a damper on things and making a challenge for solar is becoming a challenge.
All right, dinner tonight. It's going to get a little bit fancy. We're going to bust out the fire pit, and we've got a lamb leg, like a butterflied lamb leg. The plan is like a Suvla style kebab, basically. Like, think dirty bab, think 3 a.m. dirty bab, except it'll be a 5 p.m. free camp kebab.
So this is we've talked about this a bit before, but in case you haven't been around for that, this is how we get a cooking fire going quickly and easily. So just a couple of cheap fire lighters. These are just the compressed cardboardy sort of ones from Bunnings. And then I use this stuff, which is lump charcoal. So it's real wood charcoal. It's not like heat beads. It's just real wood. Oh, there was fire lighters in there. That would have been better. Anyway, so it just comes like this, and it's just lumps of charcoal, and it lights up really quickly and easily, and it means you can cook on it straight away rather than waiting for a fire to. That's the Thermomix telling us that's ready. Hang on a sec. Yeah, so it lights up really easily, and it means you can cook on it really quickly, because within 10 minutes or so that'll be ready to go to cook on, and then you can always throw firewood on after you finish cooking. It just saves to have to light up the fire, and saves finding firewood when it's hard to come by. This is like a 7 kilo bag, and it's probably good for, I don't know, at least 5 cooks, I reckon, 5 to 8, something like that, depending on how long you're cooking for and how much of it you use. But yeah, for 7 kilos, I just carry it with us all the time. It just makes it really quick and easy. The only downside is when you're handling it, it's dirty, but it does wash off easily. So I'm just gonna make a little ring around the fire lighters like this with some bigger stuff, and then I'll light these, and then I'll just start building over the top of it. Probably don't really need 3 fire lighters, 2 would probably be enough. But so I just put them in the middle, try and get them going without burning oneself, and then I just sort of build around. Actually, there's not as much charcoal in here as I thought. I might have to make this a bit smaller. Put these over the top so that they light up, and then just use some of the smaller bits over that, like so.
I'm just giving this flatbread recipe a go. Normally we make like a garlic naan flatbread, but it usually uses a cup of yogurt, so I'm giving this one a go that doesn't have anything like that in it. It's just like oil, flour, salt, sugar, water, yeast. Give it a crack and see how it goes. So it's just a flatbread, you just chuck it in. This is going to sit for an hour. Apparently it's going to double in size in that hour. We'll see.
So this is the travel bri from Camp Bri. They do 2 different sizes, and I think, yeah, this is the smaller of the 2. But I find it's big enough for most things when we're just doing the meat or just doing the veggies. If you were trying to do, yeah, both at the same time, the bigger one would probably be better. But yeah, and this one works well with the Stratus pit. It just fits in there nicely. So I'll chuck the lamb in there. I spent, hang on a minute, I spent ages marinating it in this beautiful garlic and herb marinade.
I like the way you cryovac it.
Then I put it in this and just chucked a sticker on it just for looks. But yeah, anyway, butterflied lamb leg with garlic and herb. It's my secret recipe, I can't tell you, but I'm sure it'll be delicious. Clamp it on. Bob Girani. I obviously spent hours cleaning that last time I used it, so it's perfectly clean. So you can see that charcoal in there starting to glow red, especially when the wind blows. And you can hear it starting to crackle and pop. So I just leave that for a little bit longer. It's been going for a few minutes now, but I'll just let that go for a little bit longer just to light up more of the charcoal. And then once it's all getting going pretty well, I'll spread it out a bit, and then that's when I cook on it.
Is it looking good looking?
Yeah, I reckon that's just about done, eh? Doesn't look too bad at all. Smells bloody unreal.
Favourite time of the day?
Well, you need a rolling pin, yeah?
I do need a rolling pin.
You dough. So, may as well. Oh, it's not in there. It's in the other fridge. May as well get a bottle open.
It's like massive dusty patch on your back.
Have I?
Yeah.
I think it's physics or something, isn't it? That a wine bottle works really well as a rolling pin, but not if it's full. You've got to have a glass or two out of it before it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's some sort of science or something, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I just did get this red out of the fridge. It's a Grenache, and they recommend chilling it slightly before you drink it. So it's not like a full-on chilled red, but given that it's been about 30 plus, probably 32, 33 degrees today, it didn't hurt to chuck it in for a little bit. And yes, these are real wine glasses. If you haven't seen us using these before, they're bloody awesome, and they come in a little travel case that means that you're not going to break them, even on the roughest roads like we've been on. In the case here, proper Riddell glasses. Jump over to our website, they're from Barossa Wine Cartel, and there's a discount code there waiting for you, so you can save a few bucks. You're welcome.
Who doesn't want 10% off wine?
Well,
Crazy.
I was going to say, while you're there getting some glasses, it'd be rude not to get something to put in them while you're there. And check out all our other discounts while you're there. And sign up to our newsletter while you're there. Lizzie does her best to get out a newsletter about once every 2 years. So, sorry, a bit more often than that. Maybe once a month if she's doing well. Yeah, we share heaps in those newsletters as well. So if you want a bit more from us, including campsite recommendations, giveaways, just what we've been up to in general, a bit of behind the scenes stuff.
A bit more detail on campsites and trips and itineraries.
Yeah, and gear reviews and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, it's all over there on our website. If you haven't seen our website, we're very proud of it, and we'd love to hear what you think. So jump over, lifestylepioneers.com, and let us know what you think. Leave us a comment.
Speaking of things I'm proud of, have a go at this.
What is it?
It's my flatbread. Look at how perfect it is.
Good.
Yeah. So, alright, let's see how this goes.
Kids are happy loading sticks in the fire.
Yeah, as soon as the fire's done for cooking, it's like throw your sticks in.
It's alright, eh?
Yeah, look at that. I'm pretty happy with that. The trick from previous experience with these is to get as thin as you can get it. That's the way to go. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to cook this up on a fry pan on the induction plate. I might experiment though. Do you reckon it would cook over the fire? No. No.
Not now the kids have
now
loaded.
the kids. Righto. Induction plate it is. What do you reckon?
You're going to need to get a paternity test for this one.
Elizabeth,
Yes, darling.
can I have a cuddle?
Absolutely. No, this one's yours. Yours
Spread the meat and a bit of lemon juice.
No, cucumbers next.
Oh, the order matters, does it?
And you were worried he wasn't your son. Sorry.
Tomato.
It's like a
Yep.
cackle in the background.
I like to do the lemon last, so it gets a bit of flavour and everything.
Bit of lettuce.
Yep.
Just a token amount. And a bit of lemon.
Yum.
That'll do.
Alright. Yeah, it's good.
Out of 10.
Well, it's a solid 8. I think it's not the best meat. You could definitely do better for the meat, but it was quick and easy. But
Your special secret herbs and spices didn't let you down, did they, Dale?
But yeah,
Is it better than a 3 a.m. kebab from... JD's.
Yeah, anything's better than that. But no, the fresh bread's a goer. That's good.
I've gone with me.
Okay. What am I? Why are you
The
filming
plants,
me?
the plants.
What plants?
The plants on the side of the road are the colour of the dust.
Yeah.
But I reckon he's got to be at least 5.
No one wants tummy bugs on the road. It's not pretty.
No. No one wants to listen to us talk for any longer either than
They
we already
do.
have.
They
No,
do.
they don't.
They do.
They don't.
You
They just want
do.
to see all the cool stuff.
Let's go.
Hang on, just take your hat off for a second. I'm just having trouble finding your face in the shadow.
You're really close to me. Oh, whoa.
So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old lives.